Hello, thanks for joining me for another video beer review. Today we've got a beer from a brewery that speaks for itself. It's from Treehouse Brewing Company, and this is their Julius American IPA, then coming in at 6.8% ABV, 72 IBUs. Feel very, very privileged to actually have a can here in my hand in the UK. Yeah, so thank you, Harry, for getting me this, or getting the opportunity to get my hands on this can. I've already rolled the can, anyone who's wondering. I've just cracked the top and I'm smelling it already. So an American IPA then. I've had a good look round. I don't know what exactly hops are in this beer, but what the hell, I don't care. Let's get a glass in, give it a pour. Look at this monster coming out of there. Very kind of creamy, dense looking beer coming out. Yeah, that is proper. Wow, that is orange juice. So I'm just trying to see if it's the same colour that I'm seeing that you're seeing with the light situation. That's about right, to be fair. Obviously it's a bit darker here because the light's over there, so, and all that jazz. One finger, pure white, tightly packed bubbled head. There's some real small bubbles just reinforcing the head around the side. Wow, you just can tell it's gloopy looking. It's the full-on haze. So their flagship beer, this is at Treehouse. They're out of Charlton, Massachusetts. Get it right. Everyone knows where they're from. It's just getting the bloody things, that's the problem. But there we go. Let's get an aroma then on this thing. Big pineapple notes. That's the first thing that's hitting me. Big citrusy, juicy citrus. Passion fruit, mango. The usual suspects, but you can tell it smells kind of, I'd say creamy. Sometimes it just leaps out to you, oh, it's a mouthfeel beer and all this sort of jazz, but it smells bright, clean, kind of a nice pillowy, I'm assuming, pillowy mouthfeel, slightly sweet. Maybe a little bit dank, but not too much. It's more kind of them big, tropical, vibrant kind of notes. I'm going in on this one. This is a beer and a half, so cheers. Wow. Glides down. The mouthfeel again. I mean, tasting beer-wise, yeah, the UK breweries are doing this. Look at the lacing that's leaving there. That's just one mouthful. But the mouthfeel. Been very fortunate over the last few years to try. I've actually had this beer before, can you believe? Which is ridiculous, I know. I had it in February. When we went to Birmingham, the Birmingham Piss Up. And we had it at the end of a long session at Brewing Company, and we didn't appreciate it. Our palates were blown by then, we were drunk, we knew it was a good beer. I think Daya, personally, it brings me back to that day in my head. Daya are up there with these guys, and there's a handful of breweries I think are up there with this. I really do think Daya are the ones for me. It's just the mouthfeel, the creaminess. There's a slight kind of bitter kind of back end, not resin, but in the hops, but just that little bit of, you know, all them fruit kind of esters coming through, or whatever it is. Not esters from fruit, from the hops. It's just, yeah, I was going to share this at a bottle share, but then I heard there was going to be like 10 people going. It's like 1 can for 10 people. Kind of pointless. Hopefully one day I can get some more of this, but it might not happen. But we're in the privilege. I'm in the privileged position to actually get hold of this beer, and I still can't get my head around that colour. I mean, a lot of beers look that colour on camera, but this one from this side is looking very dense indeed, and that head is proper creamy. So first thing you're hitting, you mouthfeel, tropical fruit notes, banging kind of like grapefruit, zing. There's a slight kind of dryness, but not much. The body in the beer is the upper end of a medium body. The moat, I assume it's brewed with oats. Doesn't say anywhere, but it's going to be in it. There's nothing on the can, just goes into a little bit of a story. I'm not going to kind of, if you want to pause it, I don't know if that's going to pause properly. There you go, but yeah. One more taste then. Not picking up the ABV, that's a joke. 6.8%. You'd want to session the shit out of this beer. If you use it at their tap room or wherever it is in Canton. I keep saying Canton. Wrong place. Charlton. Same kind of state, wrong place. Charlton. If you use it there, and not the one in London. I wish it was. You would want to session that like hell, and I can see why people go there and they buy just crates and they're coming out. You see these photographs online and stuff, on the walls and stuff. I can understand why people do it, because the beer is so damn good. But I will hold back a little bit and say UK breweries are doing this. They've been doing it for probably 2 years. It's just that last little piece of the jigsaw puzzle for a beer, you know, the New England style like this, is just the mouthfeel. I would say 1 or 2 breweries are pretty much there with it. Maybe they are already, but that was certainly the thing. What we was thinking back in February, and probably a little bit before then, a couple of years ago. The only thing that was missing from the UK breweries is the mouthfeel. I think they're part of the way there, probably all the way there by now. So yeah, as good as what we're producing over here. But this is more the, you know, it's the hype brewery. It's do you know what I mean? It's that sort of jazz. Anyway, I don't want it to be a long review, because it's just kind of I don't like kind of gloating and that. But wow, one more taste. It's a wonderful beer. It's a wonderful beer. So for me, this is a 9 out of 10. This is a 4.5 on the Untappd scale. Oh, to Untappd, and I've already seen this because it's just like, wow, it blew me away. So it's at a total of 302, well, almost 303,000 rating, or check-ins, should I say. It's had 3,853 in the last 30 days. It's had 106,000 check-ins with the ratings, and it's coming in at 4.52. 106,000 ratings. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's possibly one of the highest rated beers on Untappd I've ever had, I think. I don't know. I'll have to go through and bore myself. I don't want to bore you with it, but yeah. As stats go, I think most people like this stuff. So, or anyone who's like, oh, I don't. It's you know, it's hazy. Ugh, that's a drain pour. There's something wrong with it. Kind of deals, and then they give it like a 2. Kind of silly, but that's the only thing that's going to be dragging it down. That 48. You know, 48 marks, as it were, from a 5. Probably what it is. Most people who drink this beer know what it is, know what the brewery is, and they know their beer. Anyway, thanks for watching this little bit of a longer review. It's kind of, you know, let me pour the rest of this stuff out. A little bit more intense, if you can get it more intense, which is ridiculous. Lacing is crazy. This is Julius from Treehouse. Cheers. Mad. Bye bye.